I like the little voice it gives.
It's given.
This meeting is being recorded
All right, we
without your
echoing?
consent. No, maybe it was the music.
It
You
was
want me to
something.
just bust a beat and Crystal
Wait,
gonna freestyle?
No.
I thought you was gonna freestyle.
Beat?
We finna try this again because I don't know what that was, but however, just for the record, I did start on the time I said I was gonna start. All right, and we're back. We're live now in
Is
effect.
this the ink that I use?
Huh? Ray, you smiling? This show. Okay. Oh my God. Oh Lord.
They say when you sit here, but your hands are here in front of you, you sit with confidence.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, hold your hands like this so you can relax a little bit.
All right, we're back. Cause
Or
I
not.
don't know what that was, but hey y'all.
I'm trying to give you advice and you ain't doing it. Do as I
What
say.
kind of advice you trying to give me?
Girl, hold your hands like this. Just do
I
it.
don't even sit like that. So don't you want me to be my
Okay,
authentic
okay,
self?
Brittany. It was just something for you to do at the
Whoa,
moment.
whoa.
Ooh.
My
My
friend
life
nervous.
every day
Hey,
with these
hey
two
y'all,
make
we
you want to.
here. We're here. We had
Goodness.
some issues. These two was having issues. Let me tell y'all. And
Absolutely not.
it was a lot.
It
It
was
was a
you.
lot going on, but we here in the ladies' lounge. Y'all excited? I got my girls with me. We finna chop it up tonight. I'm so excited because I got Keisha
That's crazy.
in the building. I got Chris Butter back in the building,
What's
and
up?
we finna chop it up here in the ladies' lounge. So let's get into it. Um, we already just we already here. We already ready. Y'all excited? Everybody take a breather. Let me tell you, I was
Chiquito.
nervous.
Absolutely.
However, I'm back. Um, okay. Okay. So, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back with another episode in the Ladies Lounge. I am your host, Britt Danielle. And tonight, we're diving deep into a topic that affects so many of us. Tonight's topic is called Expectations Unplugged, Navigating Dating and Partner Standards. Whether you're single, dating, or in a committed relationship, understanding and managing expectations can be a game changer. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable. Let's have a real conversation about what we want, what we need, and how to balance those expectations in our relationship. So, welcome, ladies. So, what you over there sipping
Welcome
on?
you.
White Hennessy and some drink a strawberry lemonade.
Oh, I didn't
And
know
you
we
over
was
there
on this type of
biting your
time.
wine.
Mm.
I didn't know we
I'm
was
a
on
little
that type of
You
jealous.
know,
time.
I
when I
don't
deal with the
drink
both of y'all, it drives me to drink. So,
Ooh,
Mom ain't in here
ooh,
yet, so I can cuss you out for a minute. No, she don't.
okay.
Watch this. Don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Don't worry about it.
yeah. Brittany,
I
you're
like
gonna have to
that for
blurt
you.
out what I just showed Crystal. Tell mom to excuse that. That was gonna be the only time, mom. I promise.
No, Mom know you gonna slide them up in there. That's why we had to wait to bring
I'm
you out a
not
little later.
though. Today is
Y'all,
all
let me
about
tell you how
what
Keisha is my ratchet friend. Everybody gotta have one of them.
Brittany.
Oh, we got the fellas in the chat.
That's
So
not what we discussed.
we got the
That's what
fellas
we
in the chat.
discussed.
So it looks like they are here to see what we are about to talk about. With knowledge, we are gonna drop some gems and let's just have this conversation. Expectations in a relationship or dating. Um, so I have a question for y'all ladies. Do you have expectations in your and your partner, your significant other? Are you in a relationship? Are you dating? What's happening? And are there expectations?
There's always expectations. Now, will they abide by them? See, I'm a princess, so I expect the utmost royal treatment. You ain't know that?
I
I'm
ain't
up there
dating
with
you, so how I know you was a princess? You the
because you my
frog
friend.
over
I told
here.
you. I'm up there with Diana. Okay.
So does that mean when you say you a princess, does that mean you require princess treatment? And what is princess treatment?
So I require princess treatment, right? Down, but the princess treatment I want, like, how can I say this?
Let's say that.
Mm, on the weekends, drive me around. I don't want to drive nowhere but to work and back home. I don't even want to drive to the grocery store.
Okay.
Drive me around. That's part of the princess treatment. If I cook, clean this kitchen, take this trash out. That's part of that expectation level too. Still a part of that princess treatment because if I'm in there doing something, you got to do it. When we out, hold my hand. I would love for you to open my door, but baby, that's a lot because this generation they don't be opening the doors no more.
Oh, they don't open the door.
Friend, they be opening your door.
We gonna get to me in a minute. I never had, but no, I never had that experience of a guy opening my door. No,
Oh, really?
but I also think that I wasn't open to having a guy open. Maybe I was too mean back then. I don't know, but I never. No, and all jokes aside, so I never. I mean, outside of like random guys, when we're, like if you're out and you walking into a building and there just so happens to be a man's man that's going inside or coming out, he'll hold the door for me. But as far as going out with a guy, with a man, I never had a man open my car door and close my car door. I never had that.
What about like a restaurant
It's
door?
funny because I've had it.
Yeah, going into a
Oh,
building, yeah. Like I've had that experience, but no.
when we come to the car, come open my door.
Okay.
You gotta woo me,
So
not
friend,
me
let
off.
me ask you. Let me ask you because
Don't ask me.
this princess treatment, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let me put this disclaimer out there. So here in the ladies' lounge, we do not judge, okay? And we are very respectful. We are very respectful of one another. We are here to be vulnerable. We are here to be open and be our authentic selves. Ain't no right or wrong answers. Ain't no judgment up in here. We are women living everyday life. So men in my comments, don't come for us too much. However, friend, when you say the princess
Not too
treatment,
much on my girl.
not too much. But when you say the princess treatment, right? This list that you have that you just gave me, these bullet points, is this something that you hand out to men when you are in like the beginning stages? Is this a conversation that is given in the beginning?
No. Usually in the beginning, that's the fill out stage, the little honeymoon stage. So you got to see what they're capable of. Vice versa. I'm pretty sure when men go out with women, they try to fill them out before they start thinking about other things. But in the beginning, you fill them out, you see their mannerisms. Once I notice that you don't have no type of manners, I don't expect you to open my car door on the first day. However, in the back of my head, I'm still a princess. I know your mom and daddy raised you to do that. But everybody probably don't have that component. So I'm not gonna hold it against you if you don't do it in the beginning. But if you don't open that restaurant door, that whatever building door we're going inside of, I might look at you funny. And I'm knowing me, I'm gonna address it in the beginning. Hey, you ain't opening the door. You're supposed to be a gentleman. Hey, hey, I didn't open the door twice, and you You let me touch the door before you. You ain't get the door, babe. You want to
So
be
it
bae,
doesn't
right?
make him
That's a
intimate if
good
you
thing,
don't?
though.
Huh?
I feel like that's a good thing because she's communicating. So she's actually, she's not, it didn't come off like she was trying to be, like facetious or anything like that. She was
Yeah.
real like, hey, babe, you ain't get the door for me. I like my door to be open. It's
I'm not
just,
gonna stand right there with my hands folded, like I ain't walking in here until you get this door. No, but I am gonna be like, hey, I touched this door before
But here's
you.
my question. But you're having the conversation at the time of now it's time for him to open the door. Why is this not a conversation before we even leave the house, before we get in that setting? Like, so
Well,
did
it's
we meet
still
up
the
for a
beginning.
date? Huh?
It's still in the beginning. I'm still getting to know this person. Outside of our conversation, like on the phone or text message. So when we do meet up and we going out on a date, I gotta feel him out. I can't get him the blueprint right away. I'll be mad as hell if I do. I done sat here and told you left, right, AZ, and you still ain't do this. I don't do that. I want to
So
feel him out
so
first.
so this is first date. Like,
Yeah,
is
I
that
want to
what we're
see what
doing?
he knows. I gotta feel him out, see what he knows. And then once I notice something, knowing me and my personality, I'm gonna say something. It's not gonna be rude or anything. It's just gonna be like, hey,
No, girl,
you
please.
have to do
Girl,
that before?
we know you. How you say it?
Oh,
Like,
the
you gotta
nerve.
be your
oh,
authentic self. How we gonna learn if you ain't?
That's
go ahead,
How
crazy.
would you
Keisha.
really say it?
I'm gonna say, hey, sweetie. Hey, babe, you let me touch the door before you like 2 times. That's crazy. And I'm pretty sure, just like uh, he probably gonna be like, "Oh, well, what you mean? What do I mean? I mean, I opened the door for both of us, and you grabbed it after me, and I'm already in the building. You should probably grab that door and let me walk in. Like, I know your parents raised you to be a gentleman.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I might not say that. I'm lying.
You lying that you would say that. That's your authentic response.
It's hey, I don't know a nicer way to say it. We still on a date. Like I still want to have fun and enjoy ourselves, but I just know I'm gonna bring it up. Not to ruin the moment because I'm a vibe, but I'm gonna bring it up.
So not at that time when he's opening the door, but maybe we done sat down now.
Yeah, it'll probably be a little afterwards,
Okay.
maybe
But
on
the
the phone.
expectation is there for him to open the door.
The expectation is there.
Okay.
You gotta have some type of manners. I need to know that Savannah, that's a good man right there. I need to feel that energy. So them
Okay.
expectations are there for you to open that door. Chew with your mouth closed. Like I need
So now,
that.
so it's a list before we leave.
It's a mental list
We got a
already.
list. Okay.
This girl said, chew with your mouth closed.
It's a mental list already. Like, and I know I ain't the only one that we have a mental expectation and standard list in our head as we're going out
We
on
as
a date.
in,
Women.
oh,
Yeah.
do we?
'Cause
I
my
mean, I
friend do.
don't really. There's
Who
certain
your
things
friend?
that what?
Y'all.
Wait.
Y'all.
She say her friends
Because
do have
Crystal,
a mental list.
no.
Crystal, you have a
Crystal
mental
say
list?
she don't have a mental list.
Not in a way. I feel like my list is basics. Like you need to cook, clean, like these things. But it doesn't mean that you necessarily have to do it all the time, right? You get what I'm saying? So it's not like an expect. Okay, so here's what I'm
Nah,
saying.
I don't need this water. I need something else.
Okay, so when I say that, I mean cook, clean, and be clean. Like your hygiene, all of that. Like those are
Hello.
just like my basic. But I don't think that's necessarily like a expectation. I feel like that's how people should just be.
I expect you to be clean
No,
at
I
all
just feel
times.
like that's how you should be. Like that's normal to me. Now
Them
other
dishes
things
gotta be
you can
clean
work
and
on.
that sit down gotta
So
be.
no, hear me out. Other things you can work out. So for instance, Keisha, you might date a dude that has never opened the door for a woman. Maybe that was never
Mhm.
an expectation. That's why I say I don't really have expectations. People kind of live their lives how they live their lives with the people who they're living it with. And at that
Right.
time, it might be suitable. So my whole thing is that maybe he's not used to opening a door. So maybe you have to say to him, hey, and this is if it's somebody you really like too, right? Because that's you investing the time and asking someone, hey, this is something I like. And I feel like if you like me enough, maybe it's something you would do for me, right? So
That's true
he,
too.
so yeah, so for me, I look at it like, no, I don't have expectations necessarily. I just have basics, like be able to cook, clean, and have hygiene. Like those are basic things. Other things I do believe are workable depending on how you feel about the person, right? And because sometimes you might let some stuff slide in a different relationship and you wouldn't in another relationship. And maybe that's just the type of partnership you have with that person. So I don't necessarily have expectations. I feel like I go with the flow. Like, you know what I mean? Like I used to be a person, I dated a lot of women at a time. And I'm currently married, but I did a lot of women at a time. And I wouldn't necessarily call
I'm sorry,
myself a
I
dater.
didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. You said you're married and what was that? I didn't hear the last part.
I dated a lot of women at
Okay.
the same time sometimes. And I
Okay.
don't necessarily think that I was a gentle woman with them either because I didn't have real feelings for them. So
Now, what's a
maybe there's,
gentlewoman? Remember, you got to slow down for us now because
oh no,
some
because
people may be new to, understanding
because
the same,
yeah,
when you are dating the same sex.
no, I just call myself that. So I don't think it's like I don't know if that's like
We
a
got
thing.
another name for her, but we ain't gonna call her.
Shut up.
Okay,
But I feel like because I do a lot of the opening the doors and the more of the courting aspect of the relationship. My wife does, like if I get in the car, she'll open the door from being in the passenger seat type thing. Sometimes I slack on it. That's why I said sometimes life be life in it. Just, but if it's a part of who you are, then I feel like naturally you do have men that just naturally do it whenever, or women too, right? But that was something that was taught to me. So that's what I was saying. I was saying that I was dealing with a lot of different women with a lot of different needs, with a lot of different, I guess, wants. So for me, I was just doing me, and you got what you got from whatever it was. Where now I'm in a relationship, it's not an expectation, right? So it's not, I don't even think it was really a thing. It just naturally happened. You know what I mean? I naturally wanted to open the door for her. So that was
is
not
that
something.
now, when you say it's natural, is that because of how you feel about her that you want to do these
Absolutely.
things?
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so
That's
sweet.
So then that's
you
not an expectation now. That's
No, so that's why I say I don't have expectations, right? Because I live my life free flowing. So my relationship with one person may not look the way that it looks with my wife or with another person. It may not look the same because I
oh.
believe those are different lanes, those are different partnerships. So they
So
have
wait a
different
minute.
needs and wants.
So wait a minute. If I'm a wife, I get
Mhm.
treated differently than if I'm a girlfriend.
Not
It's a
necessarily,
possibility.
because I don't think
I got two
so.
responses. It's a possibility and okay.
I
Let's
don't
talk
think
about
so because when people ask my wife what changed in our relationship, she'll tell you nothing other than we signed a piece of paper. It's the
it.
same.
Okay.
So again, free flowing, right? The relationship is what the relationship is. You'll know what you're dealing with. You get what I'm saying? So it doesn't have anything to do with a title. It has everything to do with how you feel about the person. That's my perspective of it, right? Just how you
Oh, I
feel.
can rock with that.
That person, people, you may date one. Okay, so Britt, you may date a dude, and he might not put you in your soft girl era. He might still make you feel like you gotta, you know what I'm saying, big up your chest. But then you might meet another dude, and that dude might make you be a marshmallow, just based off of what you're getting from the situation. So
Now, can we pause right there?
yep.
So I don't believe a man puts me in I don't
I don't
believe
mean it
a
like
man.
that.
No. I'm not saying you do, but just
Mhm.
for the people who are listening, this is just my personal belief. I don't believe a man puts a woman in her soft girl era. I believe as a woman, we come already with that soft girl feminine energy. Yes, now I do agree that you do have some men who will keep you there because I've already came to you like this, and you're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like you have some men that keep me there. And I've dated some men where my masculine energy, sitting heavy in that
Man.
Based off of what you're getting from this situation.
from the situation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So that's why I say that it depends on the man that you're with, is what version you'll get of a person with anyone. Imagine me, you, and Keisha, when all three of us are together, we're a certain type of way. When the two of you are together, y'all a certain type of way. When me and Keisha together, we a certain. Do you see what I'm saying?
Correct.
So it all depends on what's happening at that moment. Not saying that
Correct.
you're not your authentic self during all of these type of relationships. It's just that relationship might give you something else. Maybe when me and Keisha on the phone, we laugh a lot more, joke a lot more. And when y'all on the phone, y'all might be more serious. You see what I'm saying?
Now,
So
let me ask you, to your point of what you're saying,
mhm.
do you feel like there is a man's man? And then do you feel like there is just, I don't want to say no little boy. In the other word, I want to say may not be appropriate. So, for lack of better terms, do you feel like there's a male and then there's a man's man? Meaning the man's man's going to keep you in that soft girl era. The man's man already there. I don't want to say it doesn't have to be an expectation conversation, but he coming with it. He in the big boy league. Do you feel like there's a difference? And have you ever dated the difference? Or a woman in your sense, Crystal? Is there I don't
I've
know,
dated
woman,
all
woman?
different kinds.
What?
And that whole man's thing, like I dated a guy before and I promise he was perfect. Wasn't perfect for me though. Like he continued being this guy. I'm gonna open the doors. I'm gonna buy you flowers every Tuesday. Hey, I know that you got a bill coming up. Here's the money for it. Like, but he lacked in other departments. So I don't know that whole man's man. Say that phrase
A
again.
man's
If he's
man.
a man's
I
or a
don't.
boy.
So I
Y'all don't
feel
know.
no. I get it. I feel like there's men who handle their responsibilities, and I feel like
Mhm.
there's men who don't. That's it.
Okay.
Very cut dry. It's men
Okay.
that's willing to, again, if I'm not mistaken, they what? Procreate, provide, and protect.
Mhm.
And I guess that's supposed to be the basics. And that is basic, right? Because whether you with your baby mama or not, you're gonna make sure she's protected. You're gonna make sure that you're providing because she has your child. Like all these men with the, oh, I ain't gonna give you no money, I'm a da da da. Well, I mean, as long as you putting groceries in the house or doing what you need to do to help that mom, I feel like you're providing. Let's just say you can't do it financially, because I know guys that end up in that situation. You provide
Yeah,
in
kind
different
of
ways. You
good.
make sure that maybe you're there more to pick up the kids, or you make sure that, you're asking mom, hey, well, what else can I do? Is there anything that you need me to do? You understand what I'm saying? To help take off a load in another way. So again, it's either you handle your responsibilities or you don't, whether that be financial or not financial. So I don't believe in a man's man. Now, if you're talking about a man courting a woman, that's completely different. And I feel like, because you can take care of your responsibilities and not court a woman. You can provide, you can protect, you can procreate, and you don't have to court her, meaning open her doors, take her on dates, do all of that. You don't have to, right? So that's just you handling your responsibilities. Now you're talking about courting a woman. Again, like I said, I believe some things are taught. Some things men actually grow up and see their fathers do, or even their moms do, or however the case may be, right? So there's certain things that you'll follow to know that, hey, this is, I see how women feel when I do this. I like that feeling that I give them. That's courting. Hey, I want to take you on a date. A lot of men now, just from the dating stories I hear, they just be trying to come over. They hit you up and be trying to come over and have sex. There's no courting in that.
No.
Whereas me as a female, well, I'm not as a female, when I meet a woman, yes, maybe sex might be my intention, but I court her first either way.
You gonna work for the money?
You know what I'm saying? I make her feel like she's the one that's getting over when really it's me. I know what you want, so I'm giving it to you.
But see, you brought up about how women be saying that, like, men, all they want is sex. Do you feel that way? Like, do you, not you, I mean.
Can I be honest with you?
Please.
The women the same.
If you're dating, the women the same. Yeah, if you're dating, right? And you're just meeting people or whatever the case may be, that might be your intention, because all you see is a picture. You might be attracted to what you see. You don't know the person.
You might want to explain
before we go too far, in the chat, can I please have y'all drop your location? What state are you in? Drop your city, drop your area code. I would love to know where everybody is from. And then I see y'all in the chat with questions. We coming with the questions. So just stay tuned. I appreciate it. Okay.
So I do feel like that, right? When if I see a woman and I approach her, I'm approaching her based off of her looks and not anything else. I don't know anything
about have to go off of, right?
But that's my point. So that's the first thing I'm thinking. I'm thinking that, hey, I want some type of intimacy there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. So again, certain people might just, again, from the stories I heard, they just trying to, you know what I'm saying? And then
the men are just trying to do that.
Men and women.
So let me help out here. We understand that there's both sides, right? But we are women that can only speak from our experiences. So it's going to be, we're coming from a man perspective, like us dating men, and of course you dating a female. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So we get it. I'm just laying putting a disclaimer out there. We know it's always two sides. However, yes, I have been one of those women to say that men always lead with sex. But I also had to sit back and understand, well, is it me as a woman as to, you know what I'm saying? Like the energy I'm putting out there or what have you, is it something I'm doing that why these men want to lead with sex? You get what I'm saying? Like, is it me?
Not always necessarily. No. I mean, I don't necessarily think that. I mean, there is law of attraction, right? So usually, things like that happen. But I don't always think it's that way, because there's some women that I've approached that are real wholesome. You know what I mean? And they look real sexy, but they're wholesome. For instance, even with my wife, she was sexy, but she kind of gave me like a wholesome vibe in a way, right? And then I got to know her. Mm-hmm. But we were friends. We
I'm
were
in.
friends first.
I'm in
We were
here.
friends first.
Yeah, take
Uh,
it easy.
oh, hey, mom. Um, we were friends first, so maybe it was like, a little bit different, but the way that I approached her was I was really soft with her. You know what I mean? Other women, I was really like, I'm gonna press up on you. And her, I was more like a little laid back. She made me more, I don't want to say reserved, but I was more mindful about the things that I would say and do when it came to her.
So before we go too far, going back to you talking about the courting
Hmm.
stage, Big J asked the question. So in the courting part, is it okay to ask for money?
That's that sends off a red flag to so many, and I'm gonna say to so many men, because you don't really have men like telling well, you know what? Let me not say that. From my
Hmm.
experience and from the people I know, I've never heard a story of a man telling a woman, yeah, I'm at home chilling, trying to figure out, how I'm gonna get my hair cut. And then just coming out saying, yeah, you want to send me $30 for a lineup or however much our
Right.
haircuts be costing.
I ain't
I
Like
never
feel
had
I
like
don't I don't
it's,
hear stories about men
that.
doing that.
if I could be honest with you, I feel like it's quite tacky.
You feel
It's
like it's quite
terrible.
tacky to
To
ask
ask.
for
Let
money?
me tell you why. While being courted, let me be very clear. Um, my wife used to do her nails on her own. So while we were kind of in that dating courting stage, she would court me too. She would take me. She knew I liked oysters. She never liked oysters until dating me. She never wanted to try them. She took me to the beach. I went and had oysters. You know what I mean? She used to go and do her nails, let me know, hey, I'm going to go do my nails. It's nothing like a woman who can take care of her damn self. Right.
Say that.
And then
Say
one
it.
day she was telling me she was going to do her nails. And I was like, let me pay for it.
You offered.
I like that because I
Yes.
like that.
Because I, I don't, and this is no disrespect, but I want someone who's going to be an asset. Okay.
And not a what?
And not a what?
And not a
Go ahead,
what?
Brittany. Go
And
ahead,
not
Brittany. Go ahead, Keisha.
Y'all get on my nerves.
Go ahead, Keisha. And not a what?
a liability.
A liability. So my whole thing is, if I can see that you're doing for yourself, and let's just say things happen, life does happen. So let's just say me and you have been dating for a while. You've never asked me for a dime. You're letting me know, hey, babe, you know, damn, or I'm messed up, or I got this going on. I might want to dish it out then, but that's after a while. I don't know why women is so tacky
You
for
get to
women to
know that
just
person.
lead with money. Like, you just be like, oh, I know you want to, you know what I'm saying? What you going to pay for? Okay, I see that this is not going to be a time. Because first of all, I don't even like to spend my money. That's one. That's why I told y'all, like, my game back in the day was, I was doing it. I must have been doing it. Okay, now I got to spend the money, but I'm just saying, I must have been doing it back then. You feel me? So
But Crystal have a point. Men are attracted to women who can take care of their own because I don't have to ask, I don't have to beg, and it was just it flows. It just comes in. I get a bill paid. I get my hair done. I get my nails did. And then guess what? This ain't no little hood rat stuff because I'm gonna reciprocate that. I'm
right,
You take care of yourself, baby. I love that. No, let me take you out. Let me do
yeah,
some player shit stuff. Let me do some player stuff. Like let me
Mom know we gonna drop some bombs up in here.
let me hey boo, I saw this in the mall today and I picked it up for you. Like
yeah,
if you could take care of yourself, I love that. And that's very attractive. And make sure you smell
Very.
good while you're taking care of yourself. Because that
Let me tell you something.
So wait a minute. So Wiley asked, this was a follow-up to Big J's question. Wiley asked, so when is it okay to ask for money? What's the time frame?
I don't think it's no time frame. I really
Yeah,
feel like it's the way y'all rocking. You feel what I'm saying?
I
Because
agree.
you can be in a relationship with somebody for 10 years and it don't feel like how you feel with a person you met in 3 months. And it, again, different people bring out different things in you. So I don't necessarily believe there's a time frame, but I do know that I'm not just gonna meet you and you're gonna be like, so yeah, I need my hair done. Can you send me $160? You know how much these wigs are? These wigs are expensive. When Cassie be talking about these damn wigs, I be like, for what? Like, you need to have them for years. That need to be with you forever. Them type of money. You need to that's what you need to do. Wash it, dry it, do what you gotta do, slap it right back on. Cause baby. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I just feel like,
Wiley talk about yes it is, because they asking in the first 30 minutes these days.
see, that's what
Yeah,
I'm
they are.
saying. That's so
And
so
that's
already,
crazy.
that's a red flag. That's so tacky to me. Like, I just feel like women should not do that. And I feel like a lot of women feel like, oh, I feel like a nigga got to take care of me. For what? I'm sorry, for
Mm-mm.
what? Why do you feel that way? Why do you feel that way? And then a
Do
lot
you
of
feel
people
like
will
there's
be
a time frame when he does have to pick up, or
absolutely
was there a time frame of
not.
when you picked up, like your
Absolutely
wife's?
not. There was no time frame. No, no,
It's there go that expectation thing
no.
because if we are in a long term relationship, we're living together, there's some things that I expect you to handle and
Do naturally, right? So when you're doing right by your person, you're gonna do it naturally. That's just my whole thing.
yep,
There's
yep.
no expectation. There's just certain things you do. Certain people bring out certain. You know, you live with somebody, so you know that there's responsibilities. Period. The only thing we should be discussing is how we busting it down.
How we busting it down? I expect you to hold your part.
Absolutely.
And if I gotta hold your part for you, we gotta talk again. Because what we gonna do
Now,
about you getting your
now
part
we
back up?
saying we expecting each other to hold this down and hold parts. Is this a conversation we having in the beginning?
This is
I'm,
definitely a conversation that
it's
needs
a
to be had.
This is
conversation when you're moving in together.
I'm talking about in the beginning, like in Genesis, where
No,
before we
but
even get
If
to
I
the
gotta
title of
tell
a
you that,
we
boyfriend.
gotta get down to the middle of the Bible, Brittany.
Oh, no,
If we
I'm
moving
saying,
together.
is this before we have that title of a
no,
boyfriend,
No,
I feel like
girlfriend?
so. I feel like when certain people date, they date and they ask like a list of questions. That's not how I date. So when I was dating, it was
don't
more
ask me
so
no.
like, you know, how things naturally flow. You guys might be talking on the phone for a while or whatever, just talking about your day. Maybe nothing to do with your favorite color. Like, how old are we? Like, maybe that's not the case. And then maybe you go to
Mine is
dinner.
green.
Oh,
Now we
they,
got some, we look, we got the guys in the chat now. They
What they
listen.
talking about?
So wait. We go to dinner and we might be talking now, and I'm like, so yeah, so I notice, you know, that you wear maybe a lot of this or a lot of that, a lot of black. What's your favorite color? You know what I'm saying? What you like to put on? You guys know I like fashion, so that's one thing I'm gonna. You know what I'm saying? What do you like to put on? What do you like to wear? You know, I'm paying attention to the woman that I'm already dating because I'm courting her. That's the purpose of courting. You court when you know that you want to get serious with somebody. Because I'm never gonna spend my bread on somebody. If I take you out twice and I'm not really feeling it, that's twice. You're done. There's no third time.
so
You're
Big
done.
J say maybe we living together too early.
I don't believe in that.
That could be.
I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
everybody to each their own.
Yeah.
But see, so I'm gonna say this, and Crystal, correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
So I do believe that there's a difference when dating same sex and dating, like when a man and a woman are dating. So when we're talking
Yes.
about maybe it's too early to move in, U-hauling is a thing.
Not for me though. Let me just be
No,
very clear.
not for you, but I'm saying when we talk now, it's being generalized. We're not making it specific.
Okay.
Generally, when we're talking about the same sex community,
Yeah.
U-hauling is a thing. So there is a such thing as possibly, air quotes, moving in too early.
I don't. So again, I don't understand. Again, to each his own, like Keisha said.
Right.
Because certain things I don't understand. There's certain people, I watch certain stories on YouTube. They meet each other in the mall. They fall madly in love, get married the next week, and they in a house or in an apartment. And they've been
Within 6
together for
months.
15 years. Like,
That's true.
to each his own. You get what I'm saying?
That's true.
And yes, U-hauling is a big thing in the same-sex community. Why does that exist? I don't know. When I look at the relationship that I had with my wife, that might have been the fastest paced relationship I think I ever had. But it was based off of how I felt about her. Right? For a very long time, I wanted to propose to my ex, but never did. I probably was with Cassie for less than a year and proposed to her.
Okay.
So it was just different. It's your intention in your relationship. But let me say this. We were engaged for some time. So we were engaged for like 3 years. What happened?
I'm sorry. These men in the chat.
They going crazy?
I'm sorry. Can you please explain U-hauling?
Oh, I'm sorry. So U-hauling is like when the girl, okay, so you done met the girl like this week. You've been smashing her the whole week, and now you're not leaving the house. Now you bringing stuff over to the house. Like you bringing change of drawers, you bringing all these different things.
You got
All of a sudden, you got a toothbrush in there. You've been spending the night regularly, and then you live there all of a sudden. You live together. That's
okay,
never
so let me
happened.
ask you this. So dating women, have you ever experienced women who lead with like the expectation that you have to pay for everything? So I get my nails done every 2 weeks. Like I like to have my hair done, or we having an intimate moment, and I'm over here like, oh God, I gotta pay these bills. With the expectation that you're just gonna be like, well, how much your bills cost, or how much the phone bill is, how much your nails.
To be honest with you, again, that's tacky to me, right? So that's why I mentioned Cassie. Like Cassie ain't never said, oh, you gonna pay for my nails, or you gonna this, or you gonna that. I just knew that's something that she did. So I knew that's something she expected of herself. That doesn't have anything to do with me. That's a personal thing, right? That's like me. I love sneakers. So y'all know it's Foot Locker in here. You feel what I'm saying? So what happened was she realized I like sneakers, so maybe she'll buy me a pair here and there, but I'm gonna buy my shoes. I don't expect her to buy me shoes. I was gonna say this in the beginning too. Technically, she kind of hooked me. I didn't hook her. She was the one like, oh, let me take you to raw sushi. Because I like sushi. So she's doing all. I tried to trick her one day because we was in like an iffy area. Like I didn't know if she liked me because we were like friends, but not for, you know what I mean. So I was like, oh, I ain't got my wallet on me. She was like, I'm paying for it. Oh, you ain't got to say no more.
So Cassie got to be on this podcast, not you.
I'm there. But she tried to get me first. You know what I mean? Like she was the one, like she was buying cologne, and she, I like cologne, and she just like, I bought you and I mean, some.
But we have, and see, that's the good part of it, because it sounds like, I don't want to say it's 50-50, but it sounds like you both are attracted to one another. So, you know what I'm saying? Like what I ask of you, I'm willing to give. Now, what I'm noticing is that women, but that's the thing, nobody's asking, it sounds like, in your situation. But women nowadays, are demanding, but then get upset too when now men are like, so that mean that thing mine. I shouldn't have to
I
ask
can
for
see
it.
why. I'm paying for it. Why wouldn't it be? I'm obviously paying for it because I'm not going to give you money for nothing. Like that can't be the expectation, I hope. Like you can't possibly think that you're gonna ask me for money and I'm gonna just be like, yes,
Because that man's expectation is he wants something in return.
Right.
like
It's mine.
I don't get it. I feel like women are losing the wool part of it.
The what?
Like the wool, WO. Like it just
Oh,
I genuinely think that there's no role models to model after, because
no.
this is me. I think there's a difference between like the unrealistic expectations and the realistic expectations, right? So of course you got the social media, you got men who are out here flossing the money and stuff like that, and then they showing off that they paying, they, you know what I'm saying, like handing their girl wads of money. Babe, go take care of yourself, go handle your business, go have a spa date. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this stuff. And then now I'm going on social media and I want to live this lifestyle.
that's
But all
wild.
men don't
So like,
all men don't do that. Because I don't want a man. First of all, let me backtrack. I never asked a man, I never went up to a man and had the expectations that you have to take care of me. Number one, my pride would not even let me do that in the beginning when I was younger. My pride would not let me. If anything, I was more so like, what could you do for me I can't do for myself? What you bringing to the table? And it probably goes back to, because that mind frame, I was young with it. So then that's probably why I wasn't having doors open, the car doors open. Like being honest,
Possibly.
because that made me too masculine. You know what I'm saying? Like how I
Might
was
be.
presenting that. But I don't want, like, I think the expectation is like a difference of what you want and what you need. Like I need a man who's going to invest in me and be able to, instead of give me the wads of money to go get my hair and nails done, now I done flipped it and I done made a business and we sitting in the ladies lounge.
Period. But I mean that's all of the point, right? So it's more of that comes from, again, you became, or you are that person, that soft woman, that the whole, oh, I'm in my soft girl era. I don't, like you said, that don't exist. I feel like that exists with the people who you're with. You see what I'm saying? I believe different people bring out different things, because a man might make you feel like, again, like you got to buck up because he ain't taking care of his responsibilities. So nigga, I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, I'm paying the bills. You sitting on your ass. You ain't doing nothing. You get up, you go, you come back in, you're not. So when you talk to me and expect me to go fix you a plate, and I'm like, no, that's because you don't do anything. Like, you go fix you a
what am
plate.
I submitting to? Not
There you go.
There go that word, submission.
That submission.
So, and that submission is, I feel like submission should be natural. If I gotta beg you to submit to me, maybe I'm not the person that brings that out of you. If I gotta
submission
beg.
is easy though. Like it's easy.
For some women, should be for
It
some
should
women.
be easy.
But again, I do believe it's who you're with, maybe. Because if I have to constantly ask you to submit to me, then that might be something where maybe that's not something you see yourself doing with me. You get what I'm saying? Maybe that's not how I make you feel, like you want to submit to me. You know what I mean? So I do feel like that comes from, again, how that relationship is rocking. And I'm not saying you can't have a little back talk. You know, sometimes you want, Keisha, we know you back talk. Lord have mercy. I pray for that man. I pray for that man. But
Brittany, fix your face. No.
Man, you do back talk.
I pray for that man. But
y'all know what I do behind closed doors.
But in a good way. But in a good way, though, I'm happy
Mm-hmm.
Crystal brought that up because I do believe as women, we do need to
Look at
learn
us.
how to shut up. We do. We just need to learn how to shut up. The best thing I
Sometimes
ever heard was, we got 2 ears and a mouth for a reason. Like, how do you expect this man to pay all of this stuff? And what you haven't even learned nothing about this man. And now the man's man, they not even going for that anymore. Now
I
it's
don't
like,
even know what it
what
is.
you bringing to the table. When I say a man's man, is like who is emotionally intelligent, who gonna handle his business, who is with the courting. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of these,
Mm,
he's checking off all of these boxes. Who can sit there
Mm-hmm.
and say, I know what it is I want in this woman. Because what's sexy to me is, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's sitting here, she's covered up, but it's the way that she rocking her J's. You know what I'm saying? Or it could
mm-hmm.
be her heels, like what you said with your wife. Like, she has that edgy, sexy, sex appeal, but it's very wholesome.
Right.
Oh,
Now,
sometimes it can get a little, because I
but that's
like
what I
that.
was getting ready to say.
I
So
like
then
that.
now, okay, I'm happy you brought that up because
I
some
like that.
some men feel like, if I want the girls to sit out a little bit tonight because it's date night, some men may not
Hey,
want that because then it's, oh, you got everybody looking at you
I'm
and stuff
that.
like that.
Listen, guys, I'm that woman. I'm that woman. I like when women look at my girl when she is sexified, and then I'm walking right behind her. Because what you gonna do? Nothing but
some
look.
men don't like
Same
that.
thing I'm doing.
Okay,
So
so
my
they
whole
can't
thing
handle
is,
that.
why wouldn't you want your woman to be eye candy? Because it will be a lie for me. Now, let me tell you, there's some things that can be just outright just ugh, like this, like ugh. I don't want to see all of that. It's not that type of situation, but she might have on a little bodysuit that's like, like a little, almost, like them little ballerina things, and then everything might be see-through. The legs showing, the little booty out, boobs up,
Ooh.
little cleavage. I like that. Why can't you be my eye candy? If you're looking at other women that look like that, why can't your girl look like that? That's a lie to yourself. I like sexy women. I don't like women that turtleneck up, and I don't like that. That's not attractive to me.
Now,
I'm
Cam
not
made a good
attracted to
point.
that.
Shout out to Cam. Cam is in the chat. Shout out to Precious. We got Novi. Shout out to everybody that's watching. We appreciate you being here. Now, Cam made a good point, and he was like, men need to learn not to shut down and communicate.
Absolutely.
But what do you mean by that? So now my question in the chat for the people that's in the chat, like, men, have y'all ever had women approach y'all and ask for money? Like, their expectation
Yes.
is, look, my G, you met me like this. So if this is what you want, you gotta keep it up.
That is
That's why
correct.
I don't mess with women like that. The moment that I date a woman, she like, so
Mm,
you gonna do my hair? Okay, that's probably the last time you'll have a conversation with me.
See, why I'm saying
Absolutely.
no, I don't like men lusting over my lady. That's a no.
See?
But to
Well, I
each his
mean,
own. Some men like
hmm
and you yourself, that's a to each his own
some
situation.
men, exactly. That's what I'm saying. And some women too. But I like sexy women. That's what I'm attracted to. So if my wife can't be sexy for me, then I don't know. That
But
don't
then also too, sexy looks different
for
for
everybody, I guess.
everybody. Because then
Yeah.
going back to, we don't have great role models. We as women, we don't have great role models. Like, I don't want to be a Claire Huxtable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do when I get older. Like, I like her, but I'm talking about dress wise. I don't want to be that.
Nah, I don't
But
want,
when it
and
is
Brittany,
time to
I'm
turn
gonna
up,
show
if
I'm
you
this
gonna
look
body
turn
Claire
to
up.
Huxtable when we older, I'm a clown your ass all day long. I know
I just
Keisha ain't coming like that. I ain't got to worry about it.
sure
But you,
isn't, because I'm
I
about to
gotta
show
worry
this
about you.
body
Because
until
if you
I
come
can't
like
no
Claire
more.
Huxtable,
But I don't
get
dress
enough.
like that now. Like, I do, but I was raised like that. I was raised that
You are not
a woman
dressing
is
like Claire Huxtable,
no,
please.
not Claire Huxtable, but I'm saying I wasn't dressing revealing. Like, Ferristine ain't play that. Ferristine was
But
like, you
still,
give a man
That was
enough to
a
want
history
more.
of
B, still, you had a little flex about you. That's what I'm saying. You had a
No,
little
no, no, no,
flex
no. I'm
about
saying the flex is still there. I'm still finna flex,
you. You
but I
feel me?
don't overdo it. Like, I just, that's not me. Like, I'm not. It's only certain things you're gonna be able to show. I may wear some shorts that you may see my
A
tattoo
little
that's on my thigh, and some people may not have known I had a tattoo there. But I don't dress.
Exactly.
Y'all know I don't dress like that, anyways. Like I'm gonna give you
I wear
enough to be
hoochie
like,
daddy shorts. I show
I've
you
been a
style.
hoochie mama all my life.
I wear hoochie daddy.
yeah. But no,
I've been
but
a
I
hoochie
think too, friend, like you even dress respectful. Like it's, I don't know. To me, I don't know.
Keisha have her moments, and I be like, damn, Keisha's sticking. That outfit.
I
What
do.
outfit? Oh, Keisha, was that the birthday outfit? That was
It
the
probably
birthday
was.
dress?
You want me to pull a picture up?
Pull a
Don't
picture up.
put a picture up.
That's gonna
You
be
put a
my
picture.
background.
It was nice. I'm
Wait,
like,
it's mom talking about stop
But
calling out her
let me
government
keep a
name,
comment
and she don't let everybody know she
on
in the
that.
chat.
hey
So
mom,
how I dressed for my birthday, how I dressed for my birthday, I knew I wanted to wear that outfit. I was nervous as hell wearing that outfit, that piece that I put together. And you know who hated it? Dun dun dun.
your man.
That man was livid. He was like, "Yeah, it's about time for you to hurry up and get home. You with your homegirls? Yeah, that's not." And what's crazy? I showed him this outfit, and I was like, "Oh, this how I'm gonna piece it together." And he was like, "All right,
Nah,
cool.
it's
It
one
don't
thing
look
when you
that
show it to
revealing."
him
No, when
laid
you put
across
it,
the
but then
bed.
Keisha, when you put it on your body and then he
Right.
see that the skirt shorter because
I
it's sitting
think
on your
that's
ass.
what he forgot. Like, cause the picture I showed him, no offense to nobody, no races or nothing, but the picture I showed him was on Becky with the good hair. Baby,
It's gonna look a lot
I'm
different
9
on
months pregnant
Keisha.
in the back. That skirt didn't fit how it fit on Becky. So he was looking at that like, yo, bro, like,
So can
what
I
is
say
this?
something? If Cassie was out in that outfit, but without me, I might be a little intimidated. I might feel some kind of way. That's why she dresses the type of way I want her to dress, and she doesn't do it all the time. This is when you spicing it up. I've been with her
Yep.
for 9
Now
years.
let me ask this: do you feel like, okay, so friend, when your partner, he did not like the outfit, did you go home and take it off?
Hell no. I said, oh, no,
Oh,
I didn't go home and take it off. I took pictures and sent them to his phone. He was just upset. And he got over it. Like he really had an attitude. But come on, man. Come
Why
help
you
me
ain't take it?
untrain him because I
Why you
can't
ain't go
wait.
home? If he said
What? This
no,
it's her
first of all,
birthday.
no, it's my birthday.
That's wild. Come on now.
It could be a Saturday. I'm not coming all the way home.
Okay. That's kind
Baby,
of true though.
hey,
I wouldn't have asked her to come home,
help
but
me take this
definitely.
off. And he
Okay.
went
Well,
and asked me to do that ever.
he's like, why
He
you
know
go
who I am
home?
by now.
I don't think I
But
would have
help me
asked
take
her
it
to
off. I
come home.
can't reach the back.
So he helped you take it off, but you ain't go home when he said you need to go home.
Baby, I'm out there. I'm at dinner. I gotta wait on the waiter to bring the bill. Y'all seen them videos for my birthday? I was dancing with the Hispanic lady. Trying to get my swerve on. My little not my
So yeah,
swerve
for
on.
me, I just feel like so if she's out by
But wait a
herself,
minute. What if his expectations was for you to go home?
I feel bad. I'm sorry to that man. I'm so sorry that I did not live up to your expectation at that moment.
I think
And
I would have went home.
eventually I'll make it up.
I would have went home.
I
You would have went
feel
home?
like I wouldn't
I
have
would
You're a
have.
good
asked
girl.
you to
I would
come
have.
home. I wouldn't have asked you to come home. It's your
You're a
birthday.
good girl.
So you gotta,
And
those
who
are emotions. Those are emotions. Those are feelings. If you know that your woman is not out here wilding out on you and cheating with you and you see her with her girls at a dinner table,
No, I disagree. I
you would not have
disagree.
went home. You want to know why you wouldn't have went
Ooh,
home?
I
that's
Because
would
I
have went
wouldn't
true.
have
home.
taken you home. You would have been with us. I wouldn't have took you home.
And I
He
wouldn't
would
have
Actually,
have
took
I'm
you
came.
not
home
gonna
He would
take
have
either.
you
came and
over.
got me. He would have came and got me.
Well,
I would have kidnapped you.
I'm being honest. I
I
would have
feel
went
like,
home.
I mean, to me, I think that's wild that a nigga would get so much in his feelings that he expects you to come home on your birthday. Hold on.
No, but I don't view it that way. I don't view it that way because if
Over
he's
what I'm wearing?
no. I'm saying if you like your wife and her attire that she has on, that's your prerogative. But if the person I'm with, if he don't like what I have on because The body is bodying,
Mercy.
and whatever his reasons are, because he don't want nobody else, I am going to respect who I'm with.
That's
and
nice.
we probably gonna have to reevaluate our friendship. Brittany.
That's nice.
We are.
Brittany.
I'm being so for real.
I just don't know what type of man would ask you to leave your birthday dinner with your girls because he doesn't like what you're wearing. I feel like
The
that's
type
childish.
of man I'm gonna delete his number. Why would you do
I
that?
feel like that's childish. It's nothing wrong with you expressing, hey, baby, what you had on was a little raunchy when you went to dinner. I don't really like that. When you go out again, can you not wear that? That made me feel really uncomfortable. But for you to tell me to leave my birthday dinner with my girls that took the time out to come celebrate with me, are you mad? That's an emotional nigga, and I don't. That's that right
baby
there.
Ass nigga. No, we're not
Why y'all
doing
so
that.
riled up? Y'all so.
I mean, because that's.
Don't piss me off tonight. Baby.
I just feel like.
Home.
I feel like there's a point where you express how you feel, and there's a point when you're actually telling somebody what to do. There's two different things. When you're in a relationship, you don't own anyone. We are not in ownership.
So maybe you're going off of we left it with you need to just go home. So now you're saying it's how he says it. I don't
Absolutely
know
not. That's not what I said.
He shouldn't say it at all.
He shouldn't even ask you to come home because his feelings are his feelings. Let me say this quickly. I'm in a relationship for 9 years, so I'm coming off of experiencing.
But
different
you're also
women,
coming
dating
from the
multiple women.
mindset of you like your wife to dress like that, like you like the
Give me no. What I said to you was I like my wife to dress like that when she's with me. That's what I said.
So you're okay if she dresses like that outside of you.
I might not necessarily. I might be like, damn, baby, that thing is showing your thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but she won't. Can I say this? She won't dress like that outside of me. Let me say that. So she's not going to. And when I say that my wife is dressing a certain type of way, I don't mean she got her damn front out and this out and she in a thong.
No, it's respectful.
And you know what I'm saying? But there's certain things I like to see. If my wife got tattoos on her legs, I like to see that. Please, baby, wear something where it's short. I want to see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's with me. But what we were discussing was Keisha being at her birthday dinner with her girls who took time out to be with her on her day. If her man is saying, damn, baby, I want you to come home, it's more so an insecurity also. Because you looking like that, because I can honestly be honest about it. If my wife goes out looking a kind of way and I'm not there, it's an insecurity. You feel, because they're feelings. If you know your wife is or your girl is loyal to you, you know she ain't out here wilding on you. What does it matter? Let me just.
This how conversation. This really how our conversations be. We
all of it.
Now be about
real stuff. Real stuff.
Real.
Like, so at the end of the day, I feel like that's an emotional decision to ask your girl to come home because you don't like what she wearing. You sound like a little girl. That's to me. You sound like a little girl. When she gets home, be a man or be a woman, address your girl like, listen, babe, I know you left the house like this, but when I was looking at them pictures, your behind was out. I don't really like that. The next time, do you mind wearing something a little bit less revealing? You don't own people.
But this is my thing. You can't tell nobody how to respond to their significant other.
It's not, but
because we're kind of contradicting ourselves. How are we?
It's not that we're telling you how to respond. I'm not an emotional person, so I don't respond to situations emotionally.
But that's you. So I get what you're saying. All I'm saying is for somebody else, if Keisha did leave and go because her man said it was time to go,
don't use her.
Wait a
that
minute.
Example. Let's use you.
Because no. All I'm saying is if that was her choice, because you put it on the table and said what we were talking about was Keisha saying her man the ABC 1 2 3, and if Keisha got on up and when her man said ABC 1 2 3, she said 3, 4 5 6 7 8.
So what about your friends? Let me ask you a question. So what about your friends who either took the time off or took time to fly?
I would have had a conversation. I'm gonna be honest, I probably would have had a step aside. I would have had a conversation with Babe. I'm going to have a conversation with Babe respectfully. That's That's
I
who I'm
just feel
with.
like respectfully, Bay should know that your friends are in town. If you're dating, I don't get
No, I get what you're
simple.
saying. I get
I
what you're
just don't get
saying.
the simple math of things.
Mm-mm.
It's sometimes it's very simple, like addition and subtraction. No division, no multiplication. I feel like certain things are
But
just
you
really
can't. But here's my
basic.
thing: you can't tell me if my man is calling me and he got a conversation with me. How you gonna tell me what my conversation is supposed to be with my man?
I'm not telling you what your conversation is supposed to be with your man, but I'm just saying the type of man that would emotionally respond to that means that you got a lot of other things going on. If you gonna call me at a birthday dinner because you don't like what I got on,
You're
that's all I'm
crazy.
I
saying.
can
You
see
got a
that.
lot of other
I can see
shit
that.
going on in that
You're a different type
situation.
of
If
crazy.
you gonna call
Me
me
during my birthday
about
dinner
right,
while I'm enjoying
that's what
myself.
I'm
You
saying.
tell me
I know
about my
exactly what I'm saying.
crazy.
So that means you dealing with a type of man that probably responds emotionally
So,
most of the time.
I can't even
What
keep up in the chat. Y'all are just
And you wanna know what's crazy? What's
is
crazier
wild?
is I had backup outfits, right? For I had backup outfits, but that outfit that I wore was always my number one because I was insecure about how my body looked in this outfit. And I was like, damn, this is really revealing, but I like how I look. So I was going back and forth because I had the makeup done and everything. So I was really going back and forth. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to take my backup skirt just in case like I actually fall through like with my plans. If they flop, I'm gonna wear my backup skirt. But I had my girls hyping me like, no, this the outfit you picked. You look good. So I started feeling myself and I'm like, shit, I'm gonna take pictures and all.
Like, how you don't want your girl to
Yeah.
feel good? Like, I'm not saying that you can't
Mm-mm.
be uncomfortable with what
so
she's
here, so
wearing.
here,
I'm just
look,
saying it's
so
expression,
here,
how you express it. That's what
so
I'm
wait a
saying.
minute. Wait, because I'm gonna read this out loud from Glenn from Guapo. So
Okay.
this is no offense, but
Mm-hmm.
we raw, just like we raw, they raw.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
So he says, this is his conversation to Wiley. This is exactly why I tried to tell you that there is no way possible to compare a man's expectation of a woman in a relationship to another woman that simply wants to be a man. No offense. But just because you want to be one of us doesn't mean you really are.
Did I tell you I wanted to be a man? I think that's the misconception that you
You ain't
have.
have to read it.
I'm a woman. I have titties.
That's why
I
I read
have
it out
a
loud because I knew Crystal was gonna.
exactly. I
Yeah,
have
Yeah.
titties. I
yeah.
have a vagina. Never once did I say that I want to be a man. You never once heard that. So maybe asking questions first would be more it would be better for you in the situation so it can make you more knowledgeable. I never once said that I was a man when I sat on this phone. Have I?
So, and let
Give me
me
1 second. Give me 1 second. I never once said that I was a man. I said that I'm a lesbian, meaning that I'm a woman with another woman. If I wanted to be a man, that would be a heterosexual relationship. So no, I don't want to be a man. I'm not trying to compare myself to a man. You never heard me compare myself to a man. I'm a woman that's dating another woman, which makes me a lesbian. Okay? So let me answer that question first, because I know ignorance is bliss and you don't know me. That's one. Two, again, I'm a woman that's dating a woman. So it's not going to look like the same situation. You're a man with a penis. I'm a woman with a vagina. So therefore, it won't look the same way. Your relationship will not look like mine. That's easy to see. A heterosexual relationship versus a homosexual relationship is two different things. Now,
so
based off of experience,
Correct.
let me tell you this, young man. I dated men. I was engaged to a man. So I know what it's like to be with a man. So to answer you, no, I don't want to be with a man. I mean, no, I'm sorry. Not I don't want to be with a man, but I don't connect myself to another man. That's not how I look at it. I'm a woman having a same-sex relationship with another woman. That's what it is. So when you're addressing women like me, it's better to ask questions first because there's a variety of women that look like me, but they live different lives from me. As you can see, it's a no label society. That's for a reason. I don't necessarily identify with all the women that look like me. So let me just educate you first so that when you're having a conversation with me or having a conversation in the chat, you know who you're talking to. I'm a woman and I identify as one.
Honestly, B, I logged on and I would never come on here and completely go off because you're my girl. Like Crystal, that's my dog. But you notice Glenn like personally? Because I don't care for his comments. I can see if you ask the question, that's cool.
I don't either, but
I just feel like it's no offense, but it's offensive.
And I'm not gonna make an
we were talking about my situation and a hypothetical.
So I'm not taking sides. Let me just say that. However, Mr. Glenn, if you can be respectful in the chat, I get it. This is a touchy subject because everybody, but this goes back to confirmation of Crystal saying people leading with emotions, because now you're responding out of emotions, in my opinion. So we all everybody got their own opinion. Everybody has their own concept. We're being respectful. We just act the same in return.
Brittany, listen, common sense ain't common. And if we're going to speak for men, I can say an ignorant statement like, oh, all men don't have common sense. That's ignorance of me. Crystal was not speaking on behalf of the men or whatever man this guy is. She wasn't speaking on behalf of that. She gave a hypothetical of what she thinks. She gave her opinion. Because that's what we're doing. We're sharing our point of views, right? Hey, you are so pretty. I just want you to know that. But guess
we gonna keep it respectful. Listen, we keep it respectful. I only read, but listen, let's reel it back in. I only read that comment out loud so Crystal can respond to the comment.
Because ignorance is bliss.
To that comment. That's why I read it out loud.
Correct.
Ignorance is bliss.
We're not going back to the chat. We're not going to respond later. That's why I read it in real time, because just to understand, we are not here to offend anybody. Again, I have always said that these conversations are based off of our real life experiences, and we're subject matters on our own lives because nobody can speak for nobody else. So these are just respectful conversations that we are having. I get where he was coming from. However, the message just wasn't relayed properly. What I say by I get where he's coming from, you have people on that mindset that does view same-sex relationships when we're talking about two women, and then you have a woman who, quote unquote, I'm not saying this for Crystal, but I'm just saying overall, you have a woman who does portray a certain role that may have.
And just so you know, I don't portray a certain role.
No. That's why I said this.
No, I'm just letting Glenn know that my wife courts me too. I'm a woman. I have boobs. I have a vagina. I need to be courted as well.
He gone. But just to put that out there, so it's no disrespect to nobody. That's why I read it out loud for her. Crystal knew why I did it.
I know why she did it because a lot of women who look like me.
Crystal was answering. My only
what? Your screen went out. My dog. Hey.
I don't even know.
Okay. Listen, all I'm saying is I know why my best friend did that. I've known Brittany since middle school. Brittany has gotten questions about me in college. Brittany has gone through this journey with me. So I know why she pointed that out, because she know ignorance is bliss. The reason she pointed that out is so I can address it. Every woman that looks like me, let me be very clear, does not necessarily want the same things as me. You have women who are tomboys. I've always been a tomboy. I dated men while being a tomboy. No, I wasn't as masculine looking, but I still wore pants. I still wore sneakers. I still wore these things. This is what I was comfortable with. I played sports. I played basketball. This is what I was comfortable with, right? So she understands because she's been with me through the whole transition of my journey. You understand? So I knew why she did that. It was important for her to do that because ignorance is what gets people into a lot of trouble. If you want to know something, you ask first, and that just further let me know that he wasn't listening. Right? Because that was based off of that. Right? There's not, because when I'm talking from my perspective. I'm talking about what I'm seeing. I accept the fact that I'm a woman. He wouldn't have known that when it comes to things like that. I actually have an issue with women who do not realize that they're women. But you wouldn't know that because you didn't ask and
said
you had
story to tell. And you know what? Maybe that's going to be another topic here in the ladies' lounge, because that is something that maybe we do have to address. That's what the ladies' lounge platform is for, is to have these conversations that we don't have, so people aren't assuming. However, I just did want to address that comment, and we are back to.
I appreciate you.
We're back to the expectations. This is what this platform is for. It's not. I didn't create this to be disrespectful to anybody. It is just to have a conversation. Let's have the conversation before the time runs out. We weren't having these conversations before. We have people, talking from their opinions. But everybody else, when we put ourselves out there, people are going to have an opinion. However, if I'm a woman who is sitting here in the ladies' lounge and I am speaking to you all as a woman, my expectation here in the ladies' lounge is that you handle me as such. So I am not going to tolerate the disrespect. I don't have to get out of character for the disrespect, which is why I read the question out loud and I let Crystal answer her question. So now we're going to end that right there. And we're going to move forward with that. However, there's still much love and respect here in the ladies' lounge. We still setting expectations. Lord, ladies, y'all out there having the expectation of these men wanting to pay y'all bills, and then y'all getting mad with the men because they
not paying bills.
We just out here I don't want to say, we want to change the narrative, because everybody has a role in order for this to work. There's nothing wrong with understanding what your role is, but do understand that there is a difference between unrealistic expectation and realistic expectation. So women, I want to navigate to the realistic expectation. When it comes to men, it's bigger than paying your bills. It's bigger than getting your nails done. Get you a man who's going to sit there and invest in you, who just opened you up a 401, who just invested in, what about this business that you want to open up? Because now he done sat here and took you out over time and courted you, whether it's outside or we stayed in house and we Netflix and chill, but he done took time and he done had a conversation with you to understand what, Brittany is good with talking to everybody. So here we are in the ladies' lounge. You know what I'm saying? Keisha is good with being artistic and she want to open up her business. So let me invest in that. You know what I'm saying? Then here is Crystal understanding that my wife is artistic as well, and she knows how to do nails, she know how to do hair, she know how to do makeup. So let me invest in these certifications that she could get. So now we open up businesses. Now we done bought up a whole land where now all of us are able to eat because now we are investing in each other. This is what I created this platform for. And I'd be damned if I would let anybody sit in my shit and be disrespectful going forward.
Oh, you giving Keisha?
You giving Keisha? Y'all have a good night. Y'all have an amazing week. I love y'all, and be safe out there.
And let's get on FaceTime.
I ended the live. We can stay on here.
Wait, what happened?
That shit pissed me off.
My
You
energy
still
shifted.
mad? Wait,
I
time
was
out.
mad. I was
No,
mad. Hold on, I ain't.
no, Crystal, my
Time
energy
out. Y'all
shifted.
mad for real?
No,
I'm not
I
mad